Hi there, my name is Valbona and welcome in my channel. We are going to talk today about the difference between improvements and the repairs in a property. And with that being said, so some homeowners, they like to overprice their properties, overvalue their properties when it comes to assign a price at the time that they are selling it. So in order to give you a little bit more of clarity, I'm trying to show and explain the difference between the improvements and repairs in a home. By definition, an improvement actually prolongs the life of the property, enhances its values, or adapts its use in a totally different way. And when we look at the repairs, the definition for the repairs on the other hand, so they merely keep the property efficiently in operating conditions. Let me give you some examples of improvements and repairs. For example, remodeling the kitchen completely, so that's an improvement because it's adding the value and it's lasting the long of the kitchen, it's lasting the life of the kitchen. But when we fix one of the cabinets, this is a repair. When we do complete renovation or substitution of the carpet at home, so this is an improvement. But when we do a professional cleaning of the carpet, so this is definitely a repair. When we add air condition in a property, so that is an improvement. But when we fix a broken fan, so this is definitely a repair. Another reason that we want to look at the repairs versus the improvements, it's beside the price, which I'm going to get there in a second. It's also for IRS taxes. So specifically when you have a rental or an investment property, IRS, it's very particular what it is an improvement in a property and what is a repair, because most of the taxpayers, so normally, naturally, they want to declare, so to pay off most of their expenses and to lower their taxes. Let's look at how the repairs can impact our selling price. So when we spend money or invest in repairing the home, so basically what you are doing, so you are making the property or the home functional. So you are actually bringing it back at the same condition that you bought at the beginning. So the cabinets in the kitchen work, the carpet is clean, air conditioning is function regularly. So all these little things. So basically when you spend money on repairs, so this you cannot really get back those investments while you are selling the home. To put it in another way, so you basically are not increasing the value of the property. On the other hand, when you do an improvement, like for example, you put a completely new roof on a property, or you have new doors or windows as well, or you are remodeling your kitchen, so you are adding value to the property, which are directly impacting to the life or the age of the property. So all these things that are measured, they are going to last longer. And the new buyer is going to get the benefit of all these improvements, so for a longer time, and they are not going to spend money in improving these major things, right? So you probably are thinking that, oh, well, that's fine. So every improvement or every major investment that I have done in the property, so that's great. I'm going to put it on top of the selling price so I can get my investment back, right? Well, wait a minute. So there is something more to think before deciding to all the investment in improvements to add to your selling price for getting those back. As there are a certain number of improvements, they may add substantial value to the property, which we say in our professional language, so they are increasing in return. But there are some other improvements that actually they will not add any value to the property, even though that, for example, they are really they are major improvements, they are not repairing, okay? So we, in our professional language, we call those the decrease values. So the increase and decrease values. We have improvement that increase the value of the property, but some of them are not actually increasing the value of the property, but they are decreasing it. So let me explain. For example, you have a basement and you are improving, and I'm not talking about a finished basement, which is, it's very good, increases the value of the property, but you add more in this basement. I don't know, maybe you make it, you transform it in an entertainment area of the property. I mean, it's really great. You are enjoying while you are staying there with the basement. So it's an extra element that you are adding to the property. But you always have to keep in mind that the location where you are and your neighborhood, it's also very important in assigning or deciding about the market value of the property. So the principle that I'm talking about here is that the value of the property and the investments that you are doing in your property should be in the harmony with the surrounding, with the neighborhood. Sometimes doesn't matter how much money you invest in a property and maybe your property in comparison to the neighbor or other properties in the neighborhood and the location definitely stands out, but the location and your property should be into the harmony with every other property in that location. So what I'm trying to say is to be mindful when you're doing improvements and we are thinking to sell your property. Do not think that making your property much better and adding more and more values on that would be able to get it back. Well, so I hope you enjoyed and you learned a little bit from my video today. And let me very quick recap. We talked about the difference between the improvement and the repairs. I gave you a few examples what some improvements are and what some examples of the repairs. Also, we talked about how IRS is very specific about what they call repairs and what improvements are done, especially in investment or rental properties. And we also talked about not being careful with the improvements because they can decrease or also increase the value of the property. I hope you enjoyed time with me here today. So I wish you a blessed day. See you soon.